For the best election coverage in southeastern North Carolina, this is the place. You're watching a special edition of WWAY News at 11, Election 2017.
Now in your news at 11, the votes have been cast on this election day. Now we find out what one of the House elections means for the future of water in northern Brunswick County.
History in the making, what Wilmington's mayor achieves with another election win.
And on a night of winners, we meet the final player of the week of the high school football season.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 11. I'm Daniel Siemens.
And I'm Amanda Fitzpatrick. It is a big night across the Cape Fear with 91 separate elections on ballots in our 5-county area.
Yeah, arguably the biggest and you might say the ugliest had to do with where tens of thousands of people will get their water. There were 3 seats open on the H2Go Board of Directors in northern Brunswick County. Incumbents Carl Antos and Ron Jenkins are joined by Rodney McCoy in supporting building a multi-million-dollar reverse osmosis plant. Bill Beer, Brayton Willis, and Don Yowzy are against the plant, as are 2 other incumbents not up for re-election. So here we go. Jenkins is the top vote getter with 18%, so it looks like he's going to win re-election. The question here: who is second and who is third? McCoy and Beer are separated by a single vote for those spots, but incumbent Carl Antos is just 13 votes behind Beer, and the other 2 candidates not much farther behind. This one will definitely come down to a canvass and potentially a recount, but if it were to stay the same, Beer would be in opposition of the plant. WWAY's Kirsten Gutierrez is live in Leland with reaction from the candidates. Kirsten.
Daniel, although it's too close to call right now, supporters of Bill Beer are excited about the news. Now, Beer, along with Rodney McCoy and incumbent Ronnie Jenkins, are the unofficial top 3 for H2Go's new Board of Commissioners. Beer is against the H2Go plant, which means if the results stay the same, the majority on the board will switch, meaning the millions H2Go has spent to build the site would have all been for nothing. I spoke to Beer about the latest numbers. He says it's still too close, but he hopes the numbers will stick in his favor.
We'll have to wait and see for sure, but you know, we ran on a platform that spoke to putting the brakes on that project. So yeah, I would, and if I had to predict, I would say, yeah, we would, you know, slow that thing up or stop it.
Now, Beer says he plans to get some of the money already spent back if he's officially elected. I also spoke to Jenkins, who says he will not give up on getting the RO plant finished. McCoy agrees and says clean water is too important not to fight for. For any of the other election results tonight, you can head to our website at WWAYTV3.com. For now, live in Leland, Kirsten Gutierrez, WWAY News. Daniel?
Thank you, Kirsten. Also in Leland, Mayor Brenda Bozeman in a re-election battle with challenger Lee Kent. Bozeman, an easy winner tonight with 71% of the vote. And 2 seats up for grabs for Leland Town Council. They will go to the folks who already hold them, as Pat Battleman and Bob Corriston are both winners tonight.
Well, back here in Wilmington, 3 seats were open on City Council with 2 incumbents in the hunt. But with another incumbent, Earl Sheridan, the only African-American on council, not running, the big question would be whether any minorities would be on council moving forward. Well, WWAY's Andrew James is live at City Hall tonight with reaction. Andrew.
Well, Amanda, Daniel, the issue of having Kevin O'Grady and Charlie Rivenbark back on council was not an issue tonight. Those 2 incumbents won re-election, earning their seats back here on Wilmington City Council. The big issue tonight was who would replace Earl Sheridan, who was stepping down, not seeking re-election. Well, right now, it looks like that may be Clifford Barnett. It sure felt that way just a couple minutes ago as people came together and congratulated the Reverend, giving him the victory. Now, we still have yet to hear from the Hayes campaign to confirm if she has given up the race to him yet, or if he has just simply declared a victory. That's sure the way it felt earlier in here today. There are still 2 precincts left in the northern part of the city yet to report, but for right now, it looks like Barnett has that 3rd place spot. If that changes, we'll let you know. But tonight, we talked to Mr. Barnett, and we heard from him about the good turnout that came out from his campaign as well as this race, leading to having and maintaining that diversity vote on Wilmington City Council. He said it was much needed.
The city definitely needs the diversity on the board. But also, I think winning means that we want to serve the community. We want our city to be a better place. We want to make sure that everybody gets an equal share of the pie. We want to do a lot of things that's going to help to make our city a better place to live.
Still a tight race. We're still waiting on those final 2 precincts to report in. Candidates believing there was not enough voters in those precincts to topple Barnett's totals. An election race that was no contest whatsoever, the one for Wilmington City Mayor. Incumbent Mayor Bill Saffo taking over 8,700 votes. His challenger Todd Zola taking over just over 1,300 votes. With that, Mayor Bill Saffo makes history. He will now enter into his 6th term as mayor here. That will, at the end of that, he will have served 12 years total. That beats Walter Blair's record of 11 years. He is now, Bill Saffo, the longest running mayor to serve in the city of Wilmington. Here's what he had to say.
I'm honored that I'm the longest serving, but it is business as usual. There's a lot of things that our community is facing: the opioid issue, the Gen X issue, the growth issues that we're dealing with, traffic. There's a lot of things on our plate.
And back to work they will go back here in City Council chambers tomorrow night as City Council sets to meet Wednesday for official results for this race. If Barnett comes out the winner tonight, we will let you guys know as that final number comes in. For now, reporting live in Wilmington, Andrew James, WWAY News.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Well, to Riceville Beach, where Mayor Bill Blair ran unopposed tonight, but 5 candidates faced off for 2 open seats on the Board of Aldermen. Incumbent Hank Miller comes in with the most votes, 466. Kendall following in second with about 456 votes. As you can see, he has taken it there. Now we're looking at those numbers, and I'm seeing everyone else below the 15% mark, so not even quite close. With
100% reporting. To
to
Curie Beach we go. There was the possibility of a changing of seats on the town council. Mayor Emily Swearingen running for a commissioner seat, and Commissioner Craig Blazinski running for mayor. Blazinski is an easy winner tonight, garnering 81% of the vote against Chris Holt. As for Swearingen, she was one of 6 candidates running for 2 open seats on council. She finished 3rd. She's out. A couple of newcomers are the winners: John Ellen with nearly 27% and Alan Oliver with nearly 26% of the vote. Staying on Pleasure Island, it seems like every 2 years there's a battle in Carolina Beach for council and mayor.
Oh yeah, this year was no exception. First, a 6-candidate race for 2 open council seats. Incumbent Leanne Pierce is the top vote getter, as you can see there, with 22%. Now, Jodan Garza, by the way, part of the race is just 10 votes ahead of incumbent Gary Dush, so we will have to see how that goes after the canvass.
Carolina Beach Mayor Dan Wilcox running for a 3rd term. He beat former Mayor Bob Lewis for the first 2 times. This time he faced a challenge from Joe Benson, and it turned out differently. Benson unseating Wilcox with about 55% of the vote. WWAY's Basil John has a reaction.
Dozens of people waited outside of the Carolina Beach Recreation Center as results were posted on this door. Many people were shocked by the results for mayor as challenger Joe Benson beat Dan Wilcox. Benson described his reaction with one word:
surprised. I mean, slightly in shock. This is not exactly what I expected. I worked hard. I had hoped I would, but you know, it's a very pleasant surprise tonight.
Wilcox was mayor for 2 terms and says it was a tough loss, but is happy for the new mayor.
Yeah, nobody likes to lose, but I've had a good run. I'm happy with what I've accomplished here.
In Carolina Beach, Basil John, WWAY News.
Scott has details on a big cool down in your Storm Track 3 forecast coming up. Plus, to serve or not to serve beer and wine. That is the question for folks in one local town on this election day.
And later, a different kind of vote. Who you elected to be the final player of the week of the high school football season. And as we head to break, we're going to show you some more results. All the results are also online at WWAYTV3.com.